We are on our way to Tampa today, flying United for the first time. Speaking of first time, this will be Lana's first time to vlog by herself.
Lucky you. And of course, I was the excellent wife and stood in the long line at Starbucks to get both of us coffee. We have made it to Tampa. Going to get our bags.
Hi, this is Mayor Bob Buckhorn. On behalf of all of us in the city of Tampa, we welcome you to the Tampa Bay region. At the party,
We got our bags and now we are waiting on our Lyft driver, Isaac, to take us to Clearwater, which is like 30 minutes from here. There he is.
Hurry up, Isaac.
We've made it to our room here in Clearwater, Florida, and the views are pretty stunning. Let's see if I can flip it around to show you. Lots of people hanging out on the beach today. So I think we're gonna go meet up with some people that are here also for this conference and grab something to eat.
Made it to the beach.
Now we're gonna test out the water. Well, what do you think of Clearwater? We are heading back to our hotel. We were at a friend's hotel hanging out in their beach, or their pool, and then we were at the beach. But now we are headed back. We're gonna shower, and what are we doing after that? We don't know.
Going to eat.
Going to eat.
Look at that little thing.
Well, we had dinner and now we are checking out the pier.
Pier 60. But it's kind of what this area is known for.
So there are a lot of people with flashlights on the beach and we're not quite sure. So if you know why, let us know. So recap of day one. We got up early and had a early morning flight on United. We really enjoyed that flight. I got to watch most of the Justice League, and he watched Black Panther. We took a lift here to Clearwater, which was voted like one of the top beaches in Florida. And I have to agree, it's a pretty good beach. What do you think?
White and sandy.
White and sandy. It's got a lot of good restaurants, kind of like tacos or the thing we found to be
A lot of Mexican food here.
A lot of Mexican food. Lots of good things for kids, but also good for adults. Lots of good nightlife. We kind of walked the beaches and did that. But we are going to go to bed because we're pretty tired. We got up around 4 this morning. And this is our only day in Clearwater. We are going to move on over to Tampa tomorrow. One thing I have noticed in this town is traffic is atrocious. And it's like it all the time. It never stops.
Oh, we're at Frenchie's Saltwater Cafe, trying some seafood before we leave town, Clearwater, because we gotta head to Tampa later. I gotta try some grouper before I leave. It's a specialty around here. Well, we just got done with Frenchie's, the grouper slash shrimp slash whatever.
I think it was called seafood.
Seafood pot pie was the bomb. Like, damn. But anyways, we're about to go catch a lift and go to Tampa to NBC Suites. Leaving Frenchie's, and I think if we don't hurry, we're about to get dumped on by the weather. Not looking too good over there.
So we left Clearwater at just the right time. It was starting to storm there, but it ended up good. We got in our lift and made about, the 40-minute drive over here to Tampa. Drove through the bad weather until we got to Tampa, and then it was over by that point. But we have made it here, so we're gonna get checked into our hotel room, and I think we are gonna take the trolley over and do some exploring of Tampa and maybe go to the aquarium. Not quite sure yet. And of course, as soon as we come in, Russell notices the Starbucks. So I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be there every morning and maybe every afternoon. He said we needed to get him out of there because it smelled too good. So we're going to head up to the room and check that out. Let's check out the room. Made it to the aquarium. We walked here, even though he didn't want to. We walked.
A long walk.
It wasn't that bad. And now we're gonna check out the Florida Aquarium. Well, we're just gonna pass this exhibit. We don't need to see it. This is the craziest woman alive. She's in there with that.
What are you doing?
What are they doing?
Going in circles.
Yeah. What'd you think of the aquarium? That's all you
Expensive.
did? That's it?
Expensive. Well, they only had 2 sharks. I was a little disappointed.
You went for the sharks?
Most of the fish they had there is stuff that I've caught on the lake.
But it was a good indoor activity. It's hot.
Yeah.
And we've already had some sun, as you can see.
This one had some sun.
So we're gonna catch the trolley car and go from there. So it's day 3 of our trip. Russell has met up with like his company and they're going to their conference. So I am walking down the river walk area and I am going to be headed to like a museum of the area. So we're going to check that out. So I've made it to Tampa's History Museum, but video is prohibited. So I'll try and take some photos and then give you a recap when I get out. So I just finished my tour of the Tampa Bay History Center Museum. It's really cool. I enjoyed it. Had lots of interactive exhibits. I had a lot of really cool videos. It was all about like the Seminoles and the Seminole War, and then a lot about how, you know, it has a lot of Cuban and Spanish and Italian culture, and how this is known as Cigar City, and how it was the only town in the 50s that had premium cigars, and just the history of that. So I really enjoyed it. It was a nice indoor exhibit on a hot day. And so I'm gonna start heading back to our hotel and go from there. So yesterday afternoon I went and met up with Russell. His conference had an exhibit hall, so we went and looked at those, and then we went into a different area of Tampa and had a nice dinner. Then we just came back to the hotel. He wanted to call it an early night since he had to be up early for his conference this morning. And side note, while we were on our way to this other part of Tampa, we noticed that there were strip clubs everywhere. And apparently that is something that Tampa is known for, is having a lot of strip clubs. I didn't see that on TripAdvisor anywhere. So today I'm gonna head over to what they call Hyde Park Village. It's one of the older areas located here in Tampa. They say it has cute little quaint houses, fun restaurants, and unique shopping. So I'm gonna go and head over to that area and see what it's all about. So it looks like I made it to Hyde Park. It's more of like an upscale shopping area. Lots of cute houses. It's got some unique restaurants. I'm gonna walk around, check it out, check out some of the shops, and you know, just explore the area. So I noticed when walking like the residential area, it has really beautiful trees. I always have loved this moss that hangs from these trees, and there are so many trees with this here, and it is absolutely beautiful. So you can definitely see that the house style here is definitely craftsman. They all appear to be like original craftsman style houses, so that's pretty cool to see. So it looks like around here everyone is trying to be really dog friendly, and all the local establishments put out little dog bowls for your pets to grab some water, which is pretty cute. Alright, so overall I really enjoyed this little Hyde Park area. It's definitely what my husband calls a millennial outlet. It's got lots of cute shops and restaurants, and it's really dog friendly. But I like seeing the houses and the trees, and it was a cool thing to see. It's a lot quieter than the hustle and bustle of downtown or just like a normal shopping mall. So it was a cute little fun find for me. Look who I found!
Out of my conference.
Where are we headed?
The zoo. Yep, gonna eat and I guess check out some animals. I'm not really sure.
I hope they have a sloth. We have made it to the zoo.
Her quills are modified hair, so she will lose them just like we lose hair every day and grow them just like we grow hair. It's actually made out of the exact same type of material.
So the zoo was pretty fun last night. It was closed just for this private event, and so we got to see what they called the whole African side of the zoo. We had a meal, hung out with friends, and then we came back to the hotel. So this morning we have checked out of the hotel. We went downtown, grabbed some lunch, and now we are about to head back to the airport to head home. We are ready to be home. We're back home in Texas.